Hey there guys, girls and everyone in between, and welcome back to Nimby Rails. My name is Sarah, and in this series I will take you on a journey through Europe. In the last episode we worked on the regional hub of Jelgava, and today we will continue where we left off. Welcome to Latvia. Today we will add another 2 lines. One which is a little bit more important and another one with a little bit less coverage and a little bit less importance. The first one will connect Jelgava with Liepāja. Later on, Liepāja will also get a little tram and a big cargo hub. The second line will connect Jelgava with Kruspils. After today's episode, there will only be one more line left to do that runs from Jelgava to, well, you will find out in the next episodes. Liepāja station is a super simple station. One single track for passenger services and a lot of tracks for cargo operations. Last weekend I played a little bit for myself in the save and I added a few cargo tracks and cargo yards all across the map. All of the tracks at this cargo yard here at Liepāja are 50 km an hour, and only the single track later runs with 120 km an hour, the standard cruise speed for the trains that I choose in Latvia. For quite some time we will only see passenger trains here at Liepāja, but basically the setup for cargo trains is existent. A jump in time. Jelgava has grown, well, quite a lot. In my off time I added all these cargo tracks, and now Jelgava is the regional hub that it is supposed to be. Let me zoom out a little bit and I show you what I already did. With the activated line overlay you can see the green and the red line from Jelgava to Kruspils, the red line and the green line from Jelgava to Liepāja. The line from Jelgava to Kruspils is, well, it runs through a lot of forests, all the stations have very little coverage, and I will let the line run at one train every 2 hours because there are not a lot of passengers, and also it's more like a cargo operational track with overtaking tracks at every single station. The line from Jelgava to Liepāja is more for passenger services and less for cargo, and it will also have a frequency of 1 train per hour. So let's work on the 2 lines, and first of all we have to decide which train. I decide to run the ER2, like everywhere in Latvia currently, so I just take one of the trains we already have, I set it up for the new trains to be mothballed, and then I just buy 2 new trains. Once the 2 new trains are properly named, I take one to the green and one to the red line, so the lines are only for work in progress, but we set in the trains to be the reference train for the line timing. Once we have a reference time, we can go to all the stops and edit the stop duration so that the trains always depart at full minutes, which makes the scheduling later a lot easier, and let's do that for both lines. I adjusted the stop times for both lines and now they are ready to be scheduled. Both lines have a total duration of 4 hours, which means that from Liepāja to Jelgava we will have 4 trains running every hour, and between Liepāja and Kruspils we will have 2 trains running every 2 hours, with a little bit of less service between the 2 cities as there's nothing in between, and I expect that most passengers will go via Riga anyway. It is time to schedule the lines. I decided to record the second line between Kruspils and Jelgava, as it's quite simple and it is super easy to explain what I'm doing there to show you guys the insight for those who don't play Nimby Rails that much or who never ever touched the game. So first of all, the line is 4 hours long with 2 trains, so 2 trains per hour. So the depot placement for this line is super easy, 1 at each end. So you can see me building the depot in Kruspils, and the depot in Jelgava is already existing, so no need to change anything there. I also link up the new depot with the old depot to make sure that I don't have that many lines and to make it a little bit more compact in the line overview when I have a look at all my Latvian depots. After that I count my trains, and I need 6 trains total, 4 for the line to Liepāja from Jelgava as I haven't set it up at that time. So I just set up 4 trains for the line to Jelgava, and then I work on the 2 runs between Jelgava and Kruspils. First of all, in the schedule I add a new schedule for the line. Then I name it properly to always find it, and then add the very first train from Jelgava to Kruspils. For the timing, I let it depart a little bit after the train to Riga, because I know that the train will have to wait quite a long time at the station. So the plan is to have the train arrive from Kruspils, then have the train from Riga arrive, have the train depart to Riga, and then have the train depart to Kruspils to allow for good transfers. After that, I adjust the timing a little bit more on the line to make sure that I have a location where the trains can meet in the middle of the line, because most of the tracks is single track and only a few areas have 2 or 3 tracks parallel, mostly only the stations. So I need to find a good spot where they can meet, and once I have a spot I adjust the timing so that the majority of wait time is at Kruspils and Jelgava, and only a little bit of time is spent waiting for another train along the line. Once that is done, I add the depot runs. So to tell my trains when they have to go to the depot, for both lines it's very simple. I add a new command where I say arrive exactly at the station, so that the train operator knows, or the train in this case knows, when to arrive at the last stop. And then after that I give the order arrive no later than for the depot run and give it a little bit of timing. So mostly it's half an hour, 40 minutes in between, so if the train is delayed he can still finish his run. Once both trains are set up, I open the line and just wait, because trains have to set in, and I speed up the game a little bit to let trains spawn, see if it works, and once I speed it up even more I can see that everything works perfectly on the line from Jelgava to Liepāja, from the line on Jelgava to Kruspils. And that's it for today already. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you guys again very soon, and bye bye, see you soon.